There are a lot of things people love about Smash. For some, it's the more casual side of the games with items on and no restrictions, while others enjoy the competitive aspects and are looking for ways to test their abilities as a Smasher. But no matter how you play it, or even who you play with, there's always an incentive for everyone to continue playing, especially when a new installment is released. And although I could go on listing reasons why, like different physics or an improved online system, I'll just cut to the chase and cite the most obvious reason. Characters. Yeah, you probably guessed that. Now, the fact that new characters gets everyone excited for the next Smash game is nothing new. Hell, even Nintendo is aware of this, which is why they like revealing so many characters before their games even come out. And although these showcases are a great way to end off a direct, and flood my Twitter feed with Etika, what really makes these characters resonate with fans are from the memories we have of them. When someone like King K. Rool was announced, it sparked a sense of both joy and pride into everyone that played Donkey Kong Country. It lets us know that Nintendo not only listens to their fans, but that they want to pay tribute to this series as well. And even for people who didn't play DKC, they're still benefiting from his inclusion. Cause more characters, man. But no matter which game is your personal preference, I think we can all agree that this moment will always be amazing. Oh yeah. While some say the best moments in Smash come from the finals at EVO or something, for me, nothing ever beats finishing a mode in single player only to be greeted by a haunting alarm accompanied by a shadowy silhouette of my next opponent. And then next thing I know, I'm thrown into a fight against my will, where all I can rely on is everything the game has taught me up until this point. But even then, is it enough? Because I know my only option is to win and overcome this foe that dare stands before me. For if not, then my name, nay my existence will forever be tainted. In all seriousness though, character unlocking is honestly one of the best parts about Smash in my eyes. Not only thanks to the already established emotional roller coaster you'll go through whenever encountering one, but also because of how the process for finding everyone is able to perfectly highlight other aspects of Smash that would have most likely gone unnoticed without them. See, while Smash Bros is by definition a fighting game, because of the designers making the core gameplay much more random and zany with things like items and vanilla stages, it in turn makes Smash a party game. And what is one thing all party games have in common? You guessed it, no reason to play without friends. Hence why the word party is in the genre. However, this is something that Smash is fully aware of. So to combat this issue, it actually rewards the player for trying out different modes and events. Because the whole reason why party games usually have bad single player modes is because they're either watered down versions of the multiplayer game, or just don't offer anything worth replaying. Smash, on the other hand, does give motivation for playing solo. Not only thanks to the character unlocks, but also because events like Break the Target, Classic Mode, or even Home Run Contest can all teach the player more about the game itself and how they can further improve their abilities. Since if you boil it down, this is actually a great method of progression. By playing the game more, you're rewarded with both new fighters and new skills that can be used when going after more fighters. Now of course, it's also worth mentioning that characters can also be unlocked by playing a specific amount of multiplayer matches. And while that may be a more preferable method for some, to me it's not as special as doing the single player requirements. Yes, some characters like Falco and Melee can be kind of difficult to unlock, but in reality, it's much more quick and convenient and, depending on how you look at it, rewarding to finish a 100-man melee than it is to play 300 versus matches. Cause either you and your friends have no lives, or you're just grinding with a level 1 CPU. And this is honestly one of the reasons why I'm so excited for Ultimate. Aside from all the changes it's bringing to the series, the fact that it's going to start out with only the original 8 fighters, while leaving the other nearly 75 to be unlocked is just unbelievable. Especially for someone like me who enjoys frequently restarting their data in Smash games just to relive the experience of unlocking everything again. So by seeing Ultimate incorporate this, it's basically a wet dream for me. But that's not to say I'm not a little cautious about this design as well. Cause last time Smash Bros had this many unlockable characters, it was in Brawl. And while that game did bring back a lot of traditional ways to unlock characters, like finishing Classic Mode on a specific difficulty, they were kind of swept under the rug by another way of collecting all the characters. The sub Subspace Emissary. Now don't get me wrong, despite some of its flaws, Subspace was still pretty awesome. Not only did it introduce a beat-em-up style mode to Smash, but it actually built upon the world of the series, something you'd never expect a game like this to do. However, one gripe I do have with it was how the game mode made it much easier to unlock everyone. Now this is much more of a personal preference than anything, but because of how big and eventful Subspace was, it overshadowed most of the other single player modes that unlock characters as well. In fact, characters like Jigglypuff, Toon Link, and Wolf can't even be accessed without finishing Subspace in its entirety. So as a result, the game kind of forces the player into resorting to Subspace as their only real way of finding everything. Sure, you could grind out a bunch of versus matches, but if you're not up for wasting hours of your life on it, then you're kind of in trouble there, big dog. I apologize if it seems like I'm bullying Brawl like everyone else on the internet, but I feel like this was something worth mentioning because while it was a different spin on the method, it causes Brawl to lose those moments of surprise and excitement whenever you run into a new character. Instead of being able to challenge them head on in a stage, they just show up in a cutscene and that's it. But if there's one thing I dislike more than unlocking characters through Subspace, it's unlocking characters with money. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I had to squeeze this into the video somehow. Let me explain my problem with DLC. See, instead of having to actually play through the game and trying out everything it has to offer, it now all depends if you have access to your mom's credit card. And believe me, I'm all for more fighters in Smash, and the fact that Nintendo made the Smash Ballot in the first place speaks volumes about their love for the fans. However, DLC just takes the fun out of the process, and makes you ask yourself if buying broken characters is really worth it. Cause let's be real, $5 is a little steep for these guys, just saying. Many rants aside, however, characters have always helped Smash thrive. Whether it be thanks to the large amount of third-party fighters, or just someone fans always wanted in the games, even if it seemed impossible. And with Ultimate deciding to go all in with its roster and bring everyone back from previous entries, it's obvious why the hype train has gone off the rails. Now maybe the game may have a story mode similar to Subspace, or even some DLC in the future, but as long as I can unlock characters in the way I enjoy doing it, I'll be perfectly happy. Because out of all the games in the series, Melee has always been my favorite to replay thanks to its fast-paced and more streamlined method of completion. And with the way Ultimate is shaping out to be, I believe it will both capture the enjoyment of Melee's collection system, and do so much more with it because of the gargantuous size of unlockables. Granted, I may be completely wrong, and Ultimate could end up sucking in both this and every other regard. But that's no way to end a video. So instead, I'm just gonna remind everybody that the Earth is over 4 billion years old. Yet we've been blessed with living in the time where this game exists. Let that sink in. Alright, that's it. Bye.